Today in this video we are going to discuss about the public administration, in which we are going to talk about the particularly topic of Hawthorne effect or Hawthorne experiment, wherein human relation theory was propounded by Elton Mayo. He was born in Adelaide in Australia. That is, his period is 26/12/1880, and then he died during 7/9/1944. So he conducted so many experiments, 4 experiments on human relations, and he propounded that human relations values much more than any other thing. As per the scientific theory, scientific management theory of Frederick Winslow Taylor, the man is considered as machine, and a lot of incentives were given basing on the work. But here, leave alone all the things, the main important productivity approach is the human relations. So that human relations approach is otherwise called Hawthorne effect. That is, when the people are inspected or observed by others, naturally they will do their work properly, and that is called Hawthorne effect. When a person is feeling that he is observed by his boss or supervisors or other people, then naturally he will do the work better, and that is called the Hawthorne effect. So he conducted Hawthorne experiment in Western Electric Company, and as against structural theory of organization, he propounded human relations theory in 1937. So that is, structural organization theory is about the organizational arrangement, such as line organization or staff organization, matrix organization or departmental organization, like that. But in the case of Elton Mayo, he gives importance to human relations. So the motivation factor is human relation. So how far the co-employees behave themselves or coordinate themselves or behave like friends, that alone counts. That is called Hawthorne effect. And he lays importance on Hawthorne effect, gives importance to social sentiments, group feelings and sympathies. So the important motivating factor is not informal groups, not formal groups, but informal groups. Formal groups means the commanding will be there, and there will be the organizational theory of the unity of command, chain of direction, those things will be there. But here in informal organization, there is no such line of control or unity of control, chain of direction, and there is no question of line organizations like that. So they have free hand in doing the things. That is called informal organization. Then we will see the 4 experiments conducted by Elton Mayo. First experiment is great illumination experiment. So great illumination means lighting, giving lighting. So when the people are working, the light keeps an essential part. Enough light should be provided. That is called illumination. In illumination, either low light or high light will affect the productivity, but optimum level is always necessary. But in the case of the experiment, illumination experiment, the light intensity was very much reduced. Naturally, the productivity was also reduced. And But in the case of this experiment, the workers were allowed to work freely with all friendship and with informal nature. So naturally, so in the except moonlight experiment, that is the light was reduced to the minimal level of moonlight, then only the productivity was decreased. Otherwise, the light intensity high or low didn't affect the productivity. This clearly indicates that the light is not having any adverse effect on production. Only the bond, the camaraderie, that is, camaraderie means that is the unity among the workers, the trust among the workers, the friendship among the workers, the bond among the workers, that is called camaraderie, that increased production. That is the conclusion arrived by Elton Mayo. So, the intensity of light doesn't play any role on production. Even if when it is reduced to moonlight level, then only the production decreased. But for other thing, the production has not affected in any way. This clearly indicates that the workers are motivated by camaraderie and bond, cohesion among workers. Camaraderie means the trust and bond, cohesion among the workers. Then bank wiring test room, that is 14 men in the bank assembly terminal. Bank wiring test room is used for telephone exchange. The experiment was conducted during 1928 to 1932. So here the groups were formed, and being the member in the group, they feel that they are very much satisfied in the group, and they worked very well without any command from the superiors. There is no such superior command, such things are not existing in the back wiring test room. And then mass interviewing program. In this, 20,000 interviews were conducted by Elton Mayo, and then during 1928 to 1930, herein they concluded that the employee attitude towards company, supervision, insurance facilities, their wage, and hours of work, these things played a vital role. So, when interviewed with the employees, they suggested that the hours of work, when the hours of work reduced, then naturally the productivity increased. Like that, the wages, very good wages, increased the production. So, this mass interviewing program gave us the opinion that the employees were satisfied by the company's supervision and insurance plan and other things. Next one, last the thing is a relay assembly test room. In the relay assembly test room, there are various stages were there in assembling the relay assembly. And first soldering room will be there, and next one will be arranging, and next one is finishing the product, will be like that. So the people were doing the work in a separate manner, in lonely manner, and then there were no rest, and there were no cohesion, there were no coordination between employees, and this resulted the production decline. So what they did, they arranged formal groups, and they have to do the work in groups, such as soldering or assembling and finishing the product. So naturally what and moreover the rest were also given, intermittent rest were given, and that varied in frequency and also in time 5 minutes 2 minutes rest, and with 1 hour interval or 2 like that, in various ways they conduct experiments. So incentive were also given. So finally what they concluded, the group cohesion played a vital role instead of leaving the people to work alone. And incentive were also played a vital role, and absenteeism very much reduced, and feeling of stability was there, and the sense of belongingness was were also sense of belongingness was there among the employees. So altogether, in a nutshell, the human relations theory gives importance to human relations, the human bonding. When people work in groups, forgetting about the formal control, they did the work in effective way, and in fact the productivity increased. So this is called Hawthorne effect. The conclusion derived on this, the social unit. When there is a social unit, warm relationship was there. And then group influence. The common psychology being is, when they are in groups, they feel that they are protected. They are they have their own sense of belongingness. And group behavior, when they behave in a group, the productivity naturally increased. And motivation, actually because of this human relation, motivation, it motivates the employees, and in turn the production is also increased. Then supervision, when they are supervised by some other people, naturally the production increased, but it is not in the formal way. Then working condition, the working condition, irrespective of whether good elimination or the elimination is less, that didn't bother the employees. The only the thing is, they are motivated by the group behavior and close bonding. And then employee morale was also increased because of the human relations. So தமிழே எல்டன் மாயோ என்பவர் மனித மனித ஒருவரோடு ஒருவர் ஒரு உரிமைகளை பற்றி ஒற்றுமையாக இருப்பதை பற்றி தேரி ஒன்றை சொல்லியிருக்கின்றார். அதுக்கு ஹியூமன் ரிலேஷன்ஸ் தேரி, மனித உறவுகள் என்ற கோட்பாடு. அந்த மனிதர் உறவு கோட்பாடை சொன்னவர் எல்டன் மாயோ. இவர் அடிலைட் ஆஸ்திரேலியாவிலே பிறந்தவர். அங்கு சைக்காலஜிஸ்டாக இருந்தவர், ஆர்கனைசேஷனல் தியரிஸ்டாக இருந்தவர். இவருடைய காலம் 1880 டு 1949. இந்த இவர் சயின்டிஃபிக் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் தியரி மற்றும் பல தியரிகளை அதெல்லாம் ஒரு எம்ப்ளாயி போல நடத்துவதில்லை. அவர்கள் ஒரு மெஷினாக நினைத்து செயல்பட்டது. ஆனால் இந்த எல்டன் மாயோ தியரி மனிதர்களை மனிதர்களாக அவர்களுடைய உறவுகளை வலுப்படுத்த இந்த தியரி அமைந்துள்ளது. இந்த தியரி ஒரு மனிதர் உறவுகளை ஏற்படுத்தி அங்கு ஃபார்மல் ஆர்கனைசேஷனை விடுத்து இன்ஃபார்மல் ஆர்கனைசேஷன், அங்கு ஒரு மற்ற ஆர்கனைசேஷன் உள்ளதை போல லயன் ஆர்கனைசேஷன், ஸ்டாஃப் ஆர்கனைசேஷன், மேட்ரிக்ஸ் ஆர்கனைசேஷன் என்றல்லாமல் ஒரு குரூப்பாக அவர்கள் சேர்ந்து வேலை செய்தார்கள். அவ்வாறு செய்யும் பொழுது அவர்கள் தூண்டப்பட்டு மோட்டிவேட் செய்யப்பட்டு ப்ரொடக்ஷன் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆனது. இதனை நிரூபிப்பதற்காக ஒரு 4 எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட், வெளிச்சம் இல்லுமினேஷன் எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் ஒன்று என்று அது வெஸ்டர்ன் எலக்ட்ரிக் கம்பெனியில் செய்தார்கள். அடுத்ததாக பேங்க் வயரிங் டெஸ்ட் ரூம், மாஸ் இன்டர்வியூங் ப்ரோக்ராம் என்று ஒன்று, 4வது ரிலே அசம்பிளி டெஸ்ட் ரூம் என்று 4 எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் சோதனை செய்து அதன் மூலமாக ஹியூமன் ரிலேஷன்ஸ் தான் மிக முக்கியமாக தேவைப்படுகிறது. அவர்கள் ஒரு முறை சார்ந்த நிறுவனத்தை இல்லாமல் முறை சாராமல் ஒரு குரூப்பாக செயல்பட்டு நன்றாக செயல்பட்டார்கள். இதில் முக்கியமாக என்னெல்லாம் கொண்டு வரப்பட்டது என்றால், ஒரு சோஷியல் யூனிட் அனைவரும் சேர்ந்து ஒரு சமூக அமைப்பு உருவாகிறார்கள். எம்ப்ளாயி எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து ஒரு சமூக அமைப்பு உருவானால் அங்கு ப்ரொடக்ஷன் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். அதோடு இல்லாமல் குரூப் இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ், அந்த குரூப்பிலே அவர்கள் கவரப்படுகிறார்கள். அடுத்ததாக குரூப் பிஹேவியர் நன்றாக இருக்கிறது. அடுத்ததாக அவர்கள் தூண்டப்படுகிறார்கள். அடுத்ததாக அவர்கள் சூப்பர்விஷன் செய்யப்படலாம். ஆனால் அவர்கள் ஃபார்மல் ஆர்கனைசேஷன் இல்லாமல் இன்ஃபார்மலாக இருக்க வேண்டும். ஒர்க்கிங் கண்டிஷன் பொதுவாக நன்றாக இருக்க வேண்டும். இங்கு ஈவன் ஒர்க்கிங் கண்டிஷனில் சில குறைபாடுகள் இருந்தாலும் அது அவர்களை பாதிக்கப்படுவதில்லை. அவர்கள் தன்னுடைய ஒரு அமைப்பு என்று உணரும் பொழுது அவர்கள் நன்றாக செயல்பட்டார்கள். அடுத்ததாக எம்ப்ளாயி மொரேல், அவருடைய மொரேலும் பூஸ்ட் ஆகிறது. மொரேல் என்றால் ஒரு நீதி நியாயம் சார்ந்ததாக ஒரு தொழிலாளி இருக்கிறார்கள். So with this we conclude this video.